Hello everyone. The program that we are going to do today is to check whether an integer is a perfect number or not. So let us see the definition of a perfect number, what a perfect number is. So as you can see on the screen, a perfect number is a positive integer that is equal to the sum of its divisors excluding the number itself. For example, what does this mean is, for example, if you take a number 6 or an integer 6, so we try to find the factors of 6. So if you consider 6, 6 is divisible by 1 completely, 2 and 3. Though it is divisible by 6, according to the definition, excluding the number itself, so we are not going to include the number in the sum. So we are going to take 1, 2 and 3. So when you add these divisors or when you add these factors, the sum that you are going to get is 6. So if the sum of its divisors is equal to the number itself, then it is known as a perfect number. There is one more example, 28. The divisors of 28 are 1, 2, 4, 7 and 14. So if you add these factors or these divisors, the sum will be 28. So that means the original number and the sum of its divisors excluding the number is equal to the original number. So that is the definition of a perfect number. So we are going to write a program in BlueJ which is going to check whether an integer entered by the user is a perfect number or not. So let us start the program. Okay, so let us import the package java.util.*, which includes the scanner class. The name of the class is perfect. Always give a valid name to the class. So I'm going to write the static function public static void main is the syntax to declare the main function for arguments or parameters. So in order to accept an integer from the user, we need a function nextInt, and nextInt is inside the scanner class. So we need to declare scanner class, and sc is the name of the object, new scanner system.in. Okay, after that you need to declare one variable of integer data type which will store the number to check whether it is a perfect number or not. Okay, so let us print first message, enter any integer. Okay, let that be accepted in a variable n. sc.nextInt is the name of the function which helps you to accept an integer. Now how are we going to solve this program? So if you consider the example of a perfect number, that is 6 is 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, so it's very difficult to identify the factors. So what we need to do is we need to divide 6. We need to divide 6 by all the numbers which is before it. That means we will divide 6 by 1, we'll divide 6 by 2, 3, 4, 5, and will not include 6 because in perfect number we exclude the number. So that means 6 or any number will be divided by the numbers which is before it. So that means in this case, in this example, if I take this as 6, it will be divided by 1, it will be divided by 2, it will be divided by 3, it will be divided by 4, and it will be divided by 5. Okay, and the condition is we are going to add only if the number is completely divisible, or if the number when divided by the divisor will give you the remainder as 0. So if you look at this example properly, we know how many times we need to repeat. Okay, so whenever the number of iterations are known, we use a for loop. Okay, so taking this example into consideration, let the loop start from 1 because the number has to be divided from 1 itself. Okay, and I less than equals to n. So I'm not going to write equals to because I will exclude the number. So that means if the value of n is 6, my loop will repeat from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It will repeat till 5. If the value of n is 10, it will start from 1 and it will go till 9. Okay, and each time the value is incrementing by 1. So I'm writing I plus plus. So this is how my loop is going to repeat. Now, as I told you, this 6 has to be divided by 1, 2, 3 and so on. 6 is the number or an integer entered by the user, and that is stored in which variable? It is stored in variable n. Okay, so I am going to write if n, that is the number, modulus I. So why am I writing I? Because every time the value of I is changing, and is changing from 1. First time it is 1, next time it is 2, 3, 4 and so on. That's why the number has to be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay, so in order to check whether the number is completely divisible or not, we have to check the remainder. So how will you check the remainder? By using the modulus operator. So let us assume that the value of n is 6. So 6 modulus 1, that means when you divide 6 by 1, what is the remainder? It's 0. Okay, so 0 is equals to 0. That means the condition is satisfied. So when the condition is satisfied, what we will do is we will find the sum. Okay, and let there be a variable which will store the sum of the factors, and the name of the variable is s. Initially the value is 0. So what we are going to do out here, we are going to write s equals to s plus I. So why am I writing I? Because I is storing the divisor. We are not going to write n because n is storing the number entered by the user. Okay, so this is a simple concept. Okay, so after that, what are we going to do? We are going to use if condition because we need to print whether the number is a perfect number or not. Okay, so sum of the factor is stored in a variable s and your original number is stored in n. Okay, so we are going to check whether the sum is equals to the original number or not. If it's equal, so I am going to print the number is a perfect number. Okay, else, so what is the only condition? The number is not a perfect number. System.out.println the number is not a perfect number. Okay, so I hope this program is going to work. So first of all, let us compile the program and see whether it works or not, and then I'll explain you how this program is working. Compile it, no syntax error. Let's run the program. Enter any number. 6, the number is a perfect number. Let's try with another example, which was 28. 28, the number is a perfect number. Sorry, we're having a problem out here. Oh yeah, 28 is a perfect number, so that was right. I'm so sorry. 28, because 28 is supposed to print the number is a perfect number. Okay, so let's try another integer which is not a perfect number. Let's try 8. The number is not a perfect number. Why it is not a perfect number? Because the factors of 8 or the divisors of 8 are 1, 2, 4. Okay, so when you add 1, 2 and 4, you are going to get 7. So 7 is not equals to 8. So that's why the number is not a perfect number. Okay, so let us see how this is working. So I'm going to take the same example. Let us assume the value entered by the user is 6. So that means this 6 will be stored in variable n. Okay, and this n will be replaced by 6. So your loop is going to repeat how many times? Your loop is going to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's going to repeat till 5. Okay, so it checks the condition 1. The value of I is 1. 1 is less than 5, condition is true. Sorry, 1 is less than 6, condition is true. It goes here. The value of n is 6 modulus 1. So 6 modulus 1 will give you the remainder as 0. So if condition is satisfied, and it goes inside the loop. What is the value of s? S is 0. Plus what is the value of I? Which is equals to 1. So 0 plus 1, what is the answer? The answer is 1. So as soon as the answer is 1, the value will be given to s. So the new value of s now is equals to 1. Okay, the loop goes up. The loop goes up and the value of I becomes 2. So 2 is less than 6. Condition is satisfied. It goes inside 6 modulus 2 because the value of I has changed to 2. 6 modulus 2. 2 3s are 6. Remainder is 0. Here also the condition is right. It enters inside the if condition. What is the value of s? S is 1 plus what is the value of I? I is 2. So now 2 plus 1 will give you how much? It will give you 3, and this 3 will be assigned to s. So the new value of s is now 3. Okay, the loop goes up, it increments by 1 and it becomes 3. 3 is less than 6, condition is right. So 6 modulus 3. 6 modulus 3 will give you remainder 0. Okay, so if condition is satisfied, and it goes down 3 plus 3 because the value of I has incremented to 3. So 3 plus 3, what is the answer? It's equals to 6. And the new value of s is now how much? Is equals to 6. Again the loop will repeat and the value of I becomes 4. So this condition will be checked. 4 is less than 6, condition is right. 6 modulus 4 is not going to give you the remainder as 0. So in this case, the if condition, that is this part, will be false and it will not add that value 4. So the value of s will remain 6. Okay, the loop goes up and it increments and becomes 5. Okay, now 6 will be divided by 5. 6 modulus 5, what is the remainder? The remainder is 1. So 1 equals to 0. Condition is false. So if condition will not be satisfied and the execution inside the if will not take place, the value of s will remain 6. Okay, the loop goes up for the last time and it becomes 6. 6 is less than 6. This condition is wrong. Okay, so as soon as the condition becomes wrong, it comes out of the loop. So I'm going to delete this part. So it's going to come to this part, if s. So what was the last value of s? The last value of s was 6, equals to n. What was the value entered by the user? It was equals to 6. Okay, so 6 is equals to 6. The condition is true and it will print the number is a perfect number. Okay, so that is how the program is going to work for a perfect number. I hope you understood, and if you have any problem, you can leave your comment below this video. Thank you.